All right, people. Hello out there. Hello, hello, hello. Sending you lots of peace, lots of love, lots of positivity, lots of good vibes, lots of ohana. Yeah. Feels good, feels good, feels good. Welcome to episode 4 of Getting Stoned with your host, Stone Petoskey. Coming to you live from planet Earth. Yeah, another day to live, another day to love, another day to uplift one another, to celebrate the gifts and the blessings that life offers us each and every day. To be there for those that are suffering, to offer a helping hand, a listening ear, a hug, just someone to sit with even. Yeah. Still a lot going on out there in the world. We're living in the midst of this very fascinating moment, and I know that I think most all of us in one way or another are kind of trying to make sense of it, in this moment with all the, I don't know, it's just this vibration that's just taking the earth, for the humans anyways. The rest of life is carrying on just fine. I love that. I love that. But the humans, we're definitely in a state of anxiety and fear and struggle, and can't make sense of stuff, and that's hard. That's hard, and I empathize with that struggle, and I don't know, things come to mind. It's that the notion of control is, I don't know, it's real hard to get a grasp on how much control we really do have. But we sure like grasping for it. We sure like holding on to that notion that we're in control. And I for one am of the mind that there are very little number of things that we can control. So most things are out of our hands. So, but our attitude, our mindset, those are things that we do have some agency over. And so, especially in times like this, it's important to recognize the tools and whatever is in your toolkit to help you hone that positive mindset. And there's this cat is John Joseph. He's a lead singer for a punk band called the Cro-Mags. He talks a lot about what he calls PMA, which is a positive mental attitude. And I definitely think there's something to that. There is a real sense of taking control of all that stew, that's up in our monkey mind, and can trip us up, and break us down, and make us feel all afraid and confused and disempowered. And so it's essential, particularly at a time like this, but any time really, to really cultivate those practices. They can be meditation, they can be breath work, any kind of movement or exercise. Obviously, eating a whole foods diet, healthy foods, whole foods, and keeping the processed foods to a minimum. Those kind of basic things, so you make sure you get a good night's sleep, and have companionship, and some your community. That sense of community and is essential for human beings. And I think in a moment like this, we've got an opportunity to really kind of tap into that community, and the genuineness of that, the truth of that, of how we all are one. Yeah. Yeah, in times like this, there's a lot of darkness, and for sure. And I'm bringing Leonard Cohen here to the party today, and one of my all-time favorite cats. That man was just an absolute word maestro. He was like a unbelievable songwriter, poet, person, thinker. He was one of the all-timers, and he had I think it's a line from a song of his called Anthem, and it's there's a crack in everything, and that's how the light gets in. So even in these times of darkness and suffering and death, a crack in our notions of control, and that crack is an opportunity to see the light, and to accept that we're not in charge, despite all of our fancy machines and climate controlled homes and fast cars and jet airplanes, and we're not in control. Very humbling. It's very humbling, and being humbled is a very good thing. In this modern world, there's so much hubris that we can easily forget that we ain't the boss. But it was still beautiful and magical and amazing, and so many blessings and so many things we can share and celebrate in our lives, and cherish, and come with that positive mental attitude, come with that willingness to connect. Don't be caught up in that fear, and remember the importance of connection with our fellow human beings. There's in a very real sense, there's nothing to be afraid of. What's the worst that can happen, right? You could die. So we all know that's going to happen. Can't dodge that bullet. So come from a place of love, not a place of fear. Yeah, right on. So let's see. We're gonna do a little reading, like we always do. Coming back to the Outlaw Bible of American Poetry here, and we're gonna go with one of the most. This person, she's actually a fellow Michigander, and man, it would be super cool to meet her someday. But her name's Patti Smith. She's a musician and a poet and an artist and a photographer and a mom, and an all around super badass. And so this is a piece of hers called "High on Rebellion." What I feel when I'm playing guitar is completely cold and crazy, like I don't owe nobody nothing, and it's a test just to see how far I can relax into the cold wave of a note. When everything hits just right, just and right, the note of nobility can go on forever. I never tire of the solitary E, and I trust my guitar and don't care about anything. Sometimes I feel like I've broken through and I'm free and could dig into eternity riding the wave and realm of the E. Sometimes it's useless. Here I am struggling and filled with dread, afraid that I'll never squeeze enough graphite from my damaged cranium to inspire or asphyxiate any eyes grazing like hungry cows across the stage or page. Inside, I'm just crazy. Inside, I must continue. I see her, my stiff muse, jutting about in the forest like a broken speeding statue. The colonial year is dead, and the Greeks too are finished. The face of Alexander remains not solely due to sculpture, but through the power and magnetism and foresight of Alexander. The artist preserves himself, maintains his swagger, is intoxicated by ritual as well as results. Look at me, I'm laughing. I'm lapping S from the hard brown palm of the boxer. I trust my guitar. Therefore we black out together. Therefore I would wade through scum for him, and scum is ahead. But we just laugh, ascending with the hollow mountains I am peaking. We are kneeling, we are laughing, we are radiating at last. This rebellion is a gas which we pass. Holy fuck, man. oh, oh my God. Oh my God. That was insane. I have goosebumps right now. It's tripping me out. It's totally tripping me out. See, that's the power, man. That's the power of art. I mean, it's just like she was somewhere and she said she took that graphite to that paper and she started just writing these words, right? And the words get down on a piece of paper. You know, it goes to some, you know, agent or printer or whoever is the next in the line of things, and then here this book, it lands in my hands, and that's there for me to read aloud and share out into the world. And that circle, like of each of the dots on that circle, I mean, and that could happen. Someone could pick up this book and read that 100 years from now. You know, it's like that's the sort of like it's the transcendence of it. You know, unreal. It's so I just love that stuff. I love that stuff. So thank you, Patti. Thank you for those words. And you know, rebellion. I mean, you know, that's such a I mean, for yourself, you know, the notion of like how you're just gonna you know, you're leaving it behind. You've got no choice. I'm done doing that. I'm rebelling. I am a rebel to my cause. And you know, and that's the fuel of the artist, right? um, that's the fuel of it. You know, you have something you have to do. You have to create it, whatever it is: painting, drawing, writing, singing, cooking, you know, sewing. You just have to create. You have to do it, right? Life is just you refuse to accept anything less. And then if you take that rebellion and you like multiply it out over you know, into humanity, you know, and the potential in that, you know, the power in that, the joy in that, the unknown of all of that. Yeah, it's pretty incredible, to say the least. Yeah, and it was about, you know, her guitar too. So let's just step right into that. As you know, we kind of bring this to the table and until I get some guests, you know, and then we can you know, kind of bring that element in and take it in a different direction and what have you. But for now, we're going to do another tune. I'm going to do a cover tune because it just made me think of it. You know, reading some Patti Smith. There's a cat by the name of Lou Reed who I'm really a big fan of, and I think I'm going to try to just, you know, I'm going to sing one of his tunes right now. And, you know, like I say, hopefully I'll make it through without, you know, destroying it too bad, right? So yeah, let's give it a go. Satellites gone up to the sky. Things like that drive me out of my mind. I watch things for a little while. Love to watch things on TV. Satellite of love. Satellite of love. Satellite of love. Satellite of. Satellites gone way up to Mars. Soon it will be filled with parking cars. I watch things for a little while. Love to watch things on TV. Satellite of love. Satellite of love. Satellite of love. Satellite of. Well, I've been told you've been bold with Harry, Mark, and John. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Harry, Mark, and John. Satellites gone up to the sky. Things like that drive me out of my mind. I watch things for a little while. Love to watch things on TV. Satellite of love. Satellite of love. Satellite of love. Satellite of love. Oh yeah. Yeah. Mr. Lou Reed, thank you, sir, for that beautiful, beautiful love song. One of my all-time favorites for sure. Yeah. So, well, I just want to say thank you so much again for coming, for listening. You know, I am so grateful, you know, that you take your time, you know, to tune in. So very much appreciated. Sending lots of love, peace, positivity, and goodness. And until next time, peace, y'all.